Hey everyone, this is Lynn from Paper Peas. So today is going to be a little different type of video for me. You guys typically see me make master boards and other things of that nature, but I'm combining two or three things in here today. When the Ollie's hauls first started, I had no idea they were going on. I just happened to be flipping through the YouTube channels, and that's when I saw them. And so I happened to get up and go to one of the Ollies that is in pretty much the surrounding area of where I live. And one of the things I was able to snag, and I showcased this in, I believe, my first video, was this art journaling pad. It has 24 sheets in it. The paper is 11 by 17. If you've ever seen me make master boards, you know I use like large, you typically go by 16 by 20 and make the master boards. This was $1.99 at the time that I purchased it. But what I did not know at the time, I thought these were like just loose sheets. As I've been working in it, I've come to realize this is a full, like a pad. It's an actual paper pad. And the paper is not cardstock, but it's of a heavy, it's a pretty good weight. And so in this particular video today, what I'm showcasing is how I am using how I'm using this particular item that I purchased from Ollie. So we're not just, we're hoarding. We know we're hoarding, okay? But at the same time, I'm showing how I'm using mine a little bit. Today, I'm working on one of my most favorite product offerings for Paper Peas. What a lot of people don't realize is that for the most part, every single thing I do for Paper Peas, for the most part, it is handmade, or as you all know, I do sublimation, I do other things too, but guess what? They're handmade too, because by the time I do the printing, pressing, or even at that rate, even if I just sell the prints to someone, I had to take the time to physically do it. My digitals, I take the time to sit there and work on those. I'm not by trade an artist, but in order to create them, I am truly a one-person shop, and I'm not complaining about it by all means. It's by choice. When it gets to the point of where I need additional assistance, then yeah, I reach out for it. But right now, I just find that my crafting and all the other work that I do, it's very soothing and relaxing. So I'm working on one of my products right now. And in order to prepare them, this is part of my phase. This is part of the phase of doing them. One of the parts of the phase of doing them. And so I just figured I would take 5 minutes to film this little component so that whenever I'm ready to release this particular video about it, I have the footage on it. Now, I typically just take a batch of these and work on these first. I have to do, like I said, I have to do this part first. And then as I go through the remaining steps, I do some breakdowns. But I was out looking for some items at Ollie's, and several things were already gone. I still was able to score a few things, but I kind of got a little tired. I'm not going to joke. I'm not going to tell you no joke about that. I kind of got a little tired. And I said, you know what? I need to go home, and I'm finding all of these items, but I need to go home and work on products for my business. The whole purpose of us finding these amazing items for some of us is so that our costs, for some of us, so that our costs are not so astronomical. Well, that's for me. I know a lot of other people are just good crafters, and they are trying to find things at a bargain. And, never in a bunch of years would I have imagined that we would wake up one morning, have the bountiful, beautiful opportunity to Go to an Ollie store and get a lot of these pads that I'm sure some of you have spent amazing money on over the years. I am going to be doing a destashing soon because I have so many paper pads. And with this Ollie situation, I just have an abundance. Now, at the same time, that's okay because when I purchased things, I purchased them for the intent of either, doing some cut-ups or including some sheets and a few pads and a few packs or something that I made. But now I've gotten to the point where I do have to focus on preparing myself for a future destash. I'm so excited at the fact that Paper Piece finally reached 500 subscribers. And there's, I keep saying there's so many exciting things to come. I've been able to secure a few partnerships and a partnership sponsorship. And just the fact that I was able to do the giveaway for 500 just blows my mind that I've gotten to this point, and I'm grateful. Paper Piece for me truly is a peaceful feat, although it is, I keep saying what it is, but it really is a soother of my mind and time. And as I work on multiple things, it just brings me so much joy. Some people think that it's mindless crafting. It's not. We all know that a lot of thought goes into crafting. People don't think that it does. They just see it as us taunting and toying with a lot of paper. That's true, but a lot of thought goes into, it's a creative aspect of things. And a lot of times people don't really appreciate what it is we do until they actually receive the finished product. And then the first thing they say is, oh my gosh, how did they do this? And then, so many people start off by saying, I'm going to do this. But when they have to actually tune in to do it, they're like, oh, this is too much for me. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a bin store and I see people that have purchased items for sublimation and returned them because they were under the impression that maybe doing sublimation was just easy and easy peasy and all of that. It's not. It's a process. DTF is a process. Crafting is a process. Everything is a process, and there are a lot of things you are not going to find me trying to venture into. Now, I do know how to sew, but for me, sewing takes up a lot of time for me right now, especially since I'm working on Paper Piece and I have Lena's Beauty Box. For me, I'll get in that sewing room and I'll be in there. I'll find some wonderful things to create, but it's not where I want my time to be spent at the moment. Am I going to get to it? Of course. I probably have maybe 1,000 patterns. Some are from me. My mother was a sewer. My grandmother. I don't know if a lot of you remember this. There was a store called Steinmart. And when I was a little girl, my grandmother worked in Steinmart. And she specifically worked in the fabric department. And I'm telling you, she loved fabric. I have fabric right now that I have not had the opportunity. I won't say I have not taken the time. I've not had the opportunity to cut down. I've gone to other cities. I purchased some fabric from the warehouse in Chicago. Kind of crazy, but I actually went up there just to do that, just to I like to hang out on Magnificent Mile and other places too. But I honestly went to Chicago just to purchase fabric. Can you believe that? Just to purchase myself some fabric. Just to go to the textile warehouse. And I got, when I tell you I got a lot of stuff, I got a lot of stuff. And I'm going to go back up there at some point in time so that I can just, walk through there and have a ball. But the one that I went to, and I don't know if it's still in business. That's another thing too. I need to look it up online. But the one that I went to, a lot of fashion designers reside in, they go to Chicago and do a lot of shopping so that they can get that, fabric for their collection. And some of the fabric was like really, really expensive. And I said, oh, I can't do that. No. Some of it was like, ooh, no, not in my budget. No. But I did find some good finds too, because the warehouse was so large. As I walked through it, I was shocked. First of all, that it even existed. I expected to go through the warehouse and there be a, some fabric. I had no idea that it was, I've never gone to another fabric store like that in my entire life. And I don't know if they supply the stores with fabric. I just don't know. But for me, it was one of the greatest experiences. And I was just overwhelmed at the fact that it existed. So I'm going to look it up online. And I don't know if it's still there, but the textile warehouses, people, if you have one in your area and you're a crafter, I'm saying this to let you know that those are some amazing places to get good quality fabric. Good quality fabric. I mean, good quality fabric at economical prices. Now, because so many things have transpired with Joann's, Hancock Fabric, other stores, different places, I don't know what their prices look like. I don't even know if they have a spot online, because if they do, I assure you, I will be hopping on there and purchasing things from them. But I just wanted to say that really quickly while I was working on this. And at some point in time, I will come back and show what I do with this. I'm so accustomed to working on my master boards, and to some degree, this is a master board for me too. But to me, really, this is just come work with me today. The hashtag Ollie's Haul Makes is hosted by TJ Bird. I am going to link her information in the description. And thank you very much for tuning in to Paper Piece.